Hey guys, this is Sergeant Phoenix back in the action, and today we are on another episode review, and this is episode 107. I enjoyed the episode a bit better than I thought. We've got one duel ended in the part 2, but we've got another one going on. I versus Go. And I had a feeling it was going to be a part 2 with, because it was close to the ending, so that gave it away. I could honestly say the episode was still quite good. Best way to say it. Any of it, I don't know, 8, 7.5 or an 8, if I was to review it, out of 10. And the reason being it was alright, but I feel like there could have been more to the duel. To the Blood Shepard Ghost Skull duel. The duel was great though. I'm not going to disagree with it. I do like Blood Shepard as a character. I think he's one of my main favourite ones. Well, a lot of people are in a mood. I've been looking at comments. I looked at comments on reviews on the episode. A lot of people are annoyed that now we have all 4 Knights of Annoy just down. And people are mourning mostly because of the Spectra one. We didn't see any of his monsters get their asses handed to them. And I can see why Spectra has become a favourite character out of all the Knights of Annoy. As far as I know. And I do think Spectra is one of the best ones. I've never known anyone else to do an extra link and have 7 monsters out in the field and actually manage to make a really powerful combo. But his deck combo was really good, but there was a way to escape it. So because there's no such thing as an invincible combo. There's always a weakness to every combo. Like Exodia, if you got 3 copies of Exodia, if you were allowed them. Now, but you can't. But I think the rules do say it's just 1 copy now. If you build a drawing deck, you can clut your deck out so many Exodia body parts. The odds of getting the right one is slim to none. All your opponent has to do is get rid of all 3 copies of 1 Exodia piece, and if you've got no way of bringing them back, game over. That's pretty much game over. But you don't really see anyone use Exodia decks anymore. Like with trap cards. A whole trap. I know someone who used an all-trap deck. I used H&G Chaos Giant. I summoned it with Power Bonds, where its attack was doubled. Instantly attacked them. Lost in 1 turn. You could do that with Jinzo as well if you manage to summon Jinzo out, because Jinzo stops traps complete. All players' traps. It automatically negates every last one and stops your opponent using them. It stops you from using them, but it's best way to say your opponent, because most players who use a Jinzo deck don't rely on trap cards, because it's practically a trap nullifying deck using Jinzo. But going back to 107, back to the commenting. It was a good episode. Sorry, it was a good episode. The way Blood Shepard and Ghost Skull can properly work together as a team was amazing. In my opinion, it was good. Because they used each other's decks. They used the combos. Ghost Skull used Blood Shepard's combo when it summoned back his Scub drone. And that, so the battle drone, so his general would make it declare direct attack. Then deal, and then it would sacrifice it using general's effect to deal more damage. Then she could finish him off. Finish Roboppy off, but Roboppy escaped it. So, they do. So, those 2 decks, the Algist and the drones, I could see working as an alright tag team deck if someone was to put the decks together. I could see them functioning together well. Sorry. I'm just a little bit tired. Busy there. Right. I'm trying to think what else. And now we're up to, I'm just thinking actually, I like the ending of, despite Roboppy winning, I had a feeling it was going to happen, but, but they were close to beating her, but, just not, but then they used the combo Ghost Guard to use a skill to stop losing one way, but Roboppy managed to counter back. But when the last monster went to hit Ghost Skull, Blood Shepard moved right in front of her to take the hit for her, so he protected her. And I said on my last episode, I had a feeling that Blood Shepard would protect her from an attack. So I'm glad I was right on. So that one, usually I don't like being right for certain things because, you know, ruins it. But I'm glad I was right about that one because Blood Shepard was seen as more as an, you know, as a bounty hunter, a cold-hearted person who didn't care. You know, he just wanted to succeed. But, you know, when he but he still cares about his sister. You know, and he thanked her for letting him go of that world of hate. Because if you study Blood Shepard's past, he lost his, Ghost Girl's his stepsister. And his dad died in the car accident. You know, he just became just shallow most of his life, pretty much the rest of his life after that. Still worked with his sister, you know, knowing who she was when she played the Ghost Girl character in the Vrains. You know, so it was alright the way that he did that. You know, showing that he's developed and he's let go of his pain and that side of his past to try and help. So I like how they did that. And plus he's doing what he wants to do, take down AIs. Well, the Ignises, I should say, not AIs. Though AI's newest cards, we already mentioned. The last episode, his newest link and his new Ignis star. His fire attribute Ignis star, and everyone knows that all the attributes are going to be there. At the very end episode, he used Aqua and Earth, and that shows that. And now he has his Dark Temple at Ignis star, and now he has Earth. And when he summoned them, he had Aqua and Earth right together. You know, and that's, you know, and a lot of people commented on like little jokes there because Earth had a little crush on Aqua, so you know, those two being close like Earth would want, so that was nice. And I had a look at the previews I accidentally saw the preview for the next episode, and it looked like a new Earth Ignis monster on AI side. I already had the feeling there'd be a new one, but we don't know if it's an Exis, a Link, or it would be. I would hope to be It would be a fusion. If it's a fusion, it would look like real. It would look alright. You know, in my opinion, it would function perfectly. We've already seen Links. We've already seen an Exis, Exis Synchro and 3 Links. I think a fusion would work really well with that. If they had a fusion in, I think it would just, you know, complete a whole new thing. But I doubt, you know, but people are all more like, are we going to see a pendulum? Are we going to see a ritual? I don't know. Maybe the new Earth Ignister could be a ritual type. We don't know until we see the episode. But now we've got him. Now we've got I versus Gore. And for the first part, it does look good. And I do have a feeling that we all know I is going to most likely win because it's I we're talking about. And as I say in the chat board, Knights of Annoy, Ghost Girl, Blood Shepard, you know, even though they were opposite ways, so Blood Shepard went there, Ghost Girl would have been there. Blue Maiden, Gore, Soulburner, Revolver. He's at the very top, and putting Playmaker right in the bottom between the Knights, underneath that little triangle he had. He literally has a picture of a cloud, so he's over the cloud. That's how much he overestimates himself. And Robopi was on the bottom, and the reason being, like I said in the last episode, there's no chart. She's never had an official duel, so there's no way of knowing her score. So that's, you know, how that's going to happen. What I want to see is I versus Revolver. I think most of us want to see that, because that would be quite an interesting duel. I think it would be good if they do that, and it ends in a draw. But we see on the previews the new Ignis system that Revolver made, talking with I. So it does look like an interesting thing going to happen there, in my opinion. So, you know, maybe they start communicating. Maybe there's more to this new Ignis, the Ignis system than we think. But I's target is still the same. He's going after Zekan, I think it is. I can't remember his name. I'm going to just say Blue Main's sister just to say it. So we know I's going after him for the last of Soul Technologies access. So I'll call it a day there. And comment down below what you guys thought of the episode and any other stuff you guys think. I do think the next episode is going to be a lot more, maybe a bit more character development, because we are on Go. We've already seen Go. Jill, we know how strong he is. I don't think he's going to win, honest opinion. And we all do think that. We can all be honest. So until then, this is Sergeant Phoenix, over and out.